What's going on, everybody? This is Astinosis coming at you with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and today we got some reveals of Sakura Bloom in Summer, or Summer Sakura, or SS, if you will. Yeah, this actually comes as a pleasant surprise because I'm not having to do this in the middle of the friggin' night when I'm tired, and they're not popping it within just a couple of hours of the event, or 12 hours of the event, or even 24 hours of the event. We actually have a few days. So I assume we're probably going to see Rosanna's kit soon as well. But let's go ahead. We've already seen a bit of it. Let's see if they changed it since the stream. But I'm going to guess not. Either way, it's juicy.
You don't think this
I'm getting this wallpaper.
Do you?
Probably, and then some. Oh, they're gifts. I see. Yeah, she looks so good. Oh man, she's giving off that energy.
May this radiant summer day remain beautiful.
Oh, that photo shoot. Okay, so it's the same as the stream, but that's all good. It's all good, because if anybody didn't see, there you go. Okay, so that is once again a, well, it's repeat because it was on the stream, but still, she looks so good. Now we get to actually see. So this is the first time we're seeing the full-on kit. The preview of her kit that we got alongside Rosanna's is that there was a lot of negative speculation because the summary was based around destroying parts, and that buffs themselves, the team, whatever. So I saw people speculating, oh, they're going to be trash because how many bosses are there like that? How many fights are there like that? You got Modernia, you got Altesian, you got Mother Whale, that big-ass turtle, for example. But I don't know. I feel like maybe there's going to be some nuance to this, and now we're seeing the entire thing, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Code Wind, Burst 3, I mean, she is an attacker, so it makes sense. Ammo capacity, 60 reload time. Okay, so she's pretty quick reload. Everything's pretty standard there, okay. Skill 1, passive, Bloom. Activates at the start of battle, affects self, forcefully uses skill 2. Okay. Activates when ally or self destroys an enemy's part, affects self. Oh, so she does not have to be the one to destroy. Okay, that kills part of the speculation, because people were like, well, does she have to destroy it? Can somebody else destroy it? There you go, straight from the horse's mouth. It can be an ally as well. So hello A2, for example, who absolutely obliterates stuff. Dancing Flower, duration is 10.2 seconds. Again, this is based on skill level 10. Attack damage by up by 5.1% for 30 seconds. That seems a little bit on the low end. And then activates when an ally or self-destroys an enemy part. Affects all enemies affected by Sakura Petals. Sakura Petals, duration up by 10.02 seconds. Alright, so if that somehow coincides with skill 2, we have affects self, Dancing Flower, sustained damage up by 15.64% for 15 seconds. Affects enemy with the highest attack. Sakura Petals deals 256% of final attack as sustained damage for every 1 second for 15 seconds. Okay, that seems pretty darn good, and it starts immediately. So already she's buffing herself and throwing out petals. So anything with highest attack gets the petals. Gonna have to see that in it, because it starts it immediately, and then she's got to destroy some parts. Then she gets a buff, and that's of course for herself. So if you pair her up with, say, A2, for example, and you're on Altesian, and if I recall correctly, Sakura original was already a beast against Altesian. I never really dug into why. I just remember seeing a lot of talk about that. And burst skill is ephemeral splendor, cooldown to 40 seconds. That's standard for burst 3. Affects random enemies, deals 457.14% of final attack as damage. Attacks sequentially for 10 times. Okay, so that means 10 hits of it. Affects the same target. Target or targets. Deals 35.60% of final attack as sustained damage every 1 second. Stacks up to 10 times and lasts for 10 seconds. Okay, so based on and as I'm understanding it, it's whenever she breaks parts, and some of these bosses have a lot of parts. So she got the Bankai Senbon Sakura. Wait, what's that? Yeah, so it it doesn't specify how many times it can stack, only that when parts are busted. So if you think the bosses that have a bunch of parts to break, that damage ceiling could be potentially very high. So she doesn't seem like one to turn your nose up at all. I mean, granted, it is going to be very what's the word I'm looking for? Subjective, because she needs parts, kind of like A2 needs parts. But when you have fights with parts, A2 absolutely shines. So obviously, if you pair them two up, they're going to be homies. They're going to be absolute homies. And then, of course, Rosanna works well with this kind of stuff as well. Assuming that Rosanna has the win an ally or self, which we can probably go ahead and assume or make the educated guess that it's probably going to be the same. Yeah. That's going to be some juicy, juicy damage. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I am potentially, I mean, at minimum, I'm going for that wallpaper. Core 7 might be a thing, though, kind of like I did with Summer Nice, and I regretfully Summer Neon, because Summer Neon has helped in some cases, but largely her damage has been meh. Anyway, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you at least going to get one copy of her? Are you going to go for that wallpaper? Remember that the summer units are limited, so keep that in mind. If you want that wallpaper, now's the time to go for it. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm in. Hope you guys found this useful, and I'm curious to hear also what people think of her kit as well, because that definitely makes it better that it doesn't have to be her, because that was one of the main concerns. So remember, for every like, follow, subscribe you do to my channels, needy person's cheeks get clapped.